Oh no, not that many. I have no many. I have YouTubers. I have a YouTuber that I send my stuff to as well, and he reports on it. He's got about 50 or 60,000.
Okay,
Yeah,
60,000 followers.
but we get a lot of information out there. There's a lot of them.
You have a lot of viewers, curiosity about this.
So you know what's the best thing you think
So
about?
we're gonna try to see and watch them. So Robert, which warehouse were you talking about that's been broken down and we're not taking off yet?
Not very far.
I'll walk with you because I'm just gonna take the.
Right. It's a little further than walking.
Okay.
Well, let's see them take these helicopters first.
So okay, they are.
You know, they're bringing the top of the dam in there, and they're bringing it back.
Be able to.
Looks like they're just
Five and four. We're watching military equipment, and they the front, but it's not. You can work, but not back here. Okay, the sun's from back here, but you can't take pictures of the side.
well, then can you tell me why helicopters are flying in?
They're bringing that stuff, and then they'll take them apart on the ship, and then they'll send them to wherever they need to go.
Well, where they need
Don't
to go.
post anything to me on it,
Send
okay?
them what?
No, no problem.
Okay.
They're sending them where?
I don't know where they're going. They don't tell
We're
us.
more
But we just watch it.
We're more interested in the truth than that which they want us to know.
We've lived here forever and we've never
Well,
seen
this
this
is one of the
happen.
largest ports.
And we know that.
Yeah.
We live right
Third
here.
largest port, number one
It's
military.
not only
right here.
that.
I understand.
It's not only that. The entire port has changed over the last few weeks.
Well, I'm a little bit newer here, but like I said, I've always worked this extra job, so it's.
What's your position? What do you do?
Police officer.
Just police officer for Belmont,
So,
Texas,
yeah,
or
we-
the
we
city
asked
of
about
Belmont.
that.
Okay.
And they
And
have no
that's
idea.
why I'm just telling you.
I
So
didn't-
people don't know because
I didn't think they
know
had-
until I worked for the
We
port.
I didn't think they
That
had.
can't be pictures of the port. So
We actually
just
were
let you
trying
guys
to
know.
find a police back. They knew.
What was
Yeah,
going on?
and
Why
it's
they were
just-
flying
This is
in?
very common. It's just that we are the Fort Beatty
In
state.
all the years that we've been here, we've never seen them fly.
And we live a block down here.
You
Yeah.
can say one block over.
And they're coming from all the way from Arkansas.
Oh, you have?
Somewhere, and we're this
So they
Port.
just fly the helicopter.
Yeah. When whatever port's large enough at that time for what they need, and that day. no.
Which are these?
That's
What
all.
type of helicopters are these? You know?
I can't even.
So, one over there that has one. One over here that has one.
Are y'all surprised at that?
No,
Well, that
I'm
sounds
not.
to me,
I'm
that
not.
sounds to me like, yeah, okay, that settles the problem. Because there's not number one military port in the United
I'm
States,
not surprised at all.
and these are all flying helicopters. So they choose to send the helicopters over to Port of Beaumont because it's the number one.
If they wanted this top secret, they should put a fucking thing
Right.
here. A wall.
Right? Right?
Hey, call Trump, tell him this is where the wall should go.
There's
I
a.
feel like this is area, like we live next to Area 51. Between this and the
Yeah, because people don't know
ExxonMobil
the
down
refineries that we have around
there,
here.
the ExxonMobil down there. Between these two, I feel like we live next to Area 51.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes in our house, there's a trembling. There's a freaks me out so bad.
It's the rumbling underneath the ground. Yeah.
What's that from?
Yeah. We see all the stuff above. We don't know what's down below.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
what it is it's a lot of
pressure.
it's a lot of piping.
Yep. My dad was a pipe fitter, so I mean, I grew up with it. I understand
It's
it.
not from under the house. It's from a distance.
No.
Because
Right.
I open the door just a little bit and that rumbling stops. It's because the door tremors. One of the doors in the house
Right,
tremors.
so that means the ground is shaking.
But
Which
it's
is like,
My thing is, why are they taking them apart?
because they
They're
don't
shipping them.
fit on the ship fully assembled.
But, okay, then. All
let's
right.
go down and
How
look.
many? Okay, did this have? What day did this start? Like, what day did?
This is the
That's
third
the
day.
third day.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How many would you estimate that you probably would have come in so far?
I would say 20 to 30.
That's like
No.
over. No, a lot
There's
more
20
than
and
that.
30 every 2 hours
Okay. So you think it's a couple
during the
hundred?
daytime. I don't know what's happening
Yeah.
at night.
I bet
Yeah.
No, I don't think they run overnight.
So at least, what, 100, 200?
200 probably.
Okay.
Why don't we walk down and you can show or drive down and show us that other part?
You see the military
Yeah, the
Trucks
trucks
down
down there. Yep.
now used to, those yards were mostly filled with
It looks like there's another cop coming.
GP products like general public
Yeah,
products.
Oh, the wind. Remember the wind turbines?
And all these other yards down here that are now empty used to be filled with GP products.
Okay, so let me just
And
interrupt
then
you for just 1
over
second.
the last
All that
couple,
stuff used to sit on this train track, which if you look, it doesn't exist anymore.
over the past.
What do you mean the train track? There's a train track right there.
Yeah, it's still here.
No, that's over there. There's train tracks all the way to this edge. Right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
All right.
The train
so
tracks
they've
are still
taken-
there. They're just not being used.
All right, we got another cop. We gotta go.
So we're just sitting here
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
So we also they ship out of here other than military stuff. We
Mhm.
have those, you know, those giant windmills across country.
Turbines. Yeah.
Turbines. We get those giant wings of the turbines that
Comes
you
through.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Yeah. Those actually I just took a trip to Oregon.
And And
Road
cool.
trip, and they're
they're
there's a,
literally right against this fence.
They are
they're
enormous.
huge. They're huge. Yes.
Right against.
Do y'all ever hear booms? Because we've heard a bunch
Yeah.
of booms lately, and
Yeah.
it shook the house in Orange. And no cops, you can't hear sirens. It's just large.
Yeah.
We had 7 about 2 weeks ago, about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was like 2, 2, 1, and then 2 more, and that was it.
We don't know if they're from here or from there.
Yeah,
And we often come outside and try to figure out what it is, where it's coming from.
and then you have no reports of it. Nobody, because it's sometimes in the middle of the night where a lot of people aren't awake.
It's also private business.
Yeah, but
You know
okay,
what I mean?
I understand that has an obligation to not keep us in the loop on every single thing, and sometimes I don't want to. But once you go down that rabbit hole and you start learning, you can't go back.
Even if
You know, you can't. You want to learn more and more and
If
more.
you're not, and you're just living a no, what the hell is that noise?
Yeah, well, because
And
you're
especially if you're a mile from the plant,
yes,
that's scary.
absolutely, and you need to know. For me, I have children. You have children. Prepared. You need to. I mean, how many hurricanes have we been? And now look at that. Is the whole geoengineering of, honestly, for this area, to see how it would stand up, because where did it hit? Houston and here, the most places. How much money do we have invested in here?
Right,
Because I really think that they tested it, but it would hold up
right.
for a military strike or whatever.
Several of the plants didn't make it.
Some
Shut
did,
down.
and some.
His partner worked at one of them, and they shut it. They had to.
And
shut
how
it
many,
down.
like the sacrifices that families made for their husbands to work in those plants and not be home with their families because they had to. Think about that. Where is your commitment? Is it to the plant or is it to your family?
I was scared to death of something happening
Mhm.
with this plant, and we're so close to it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. There's a lot of things that we don't know, and that's okay. But it's also our job to try to find out.
Yeah, but it also, you have to put some credibility on the source of your information.
Oh, absolutely.
Number one, right?
Yeah.
So like you
He's
you
ready to
know
go.
that Venezuela has the largest oil reserves of any country.
Yeah, yes, I know.
Right now, around here, there's 280.6 million barrels
Right now.
in reserve.
People don't realize
Spread across
Freeport to Baton Rouge.
into
Yeah.
Houston.
Uh-huh.
And there is really
Down there?
there's no conspiracies around this. If you
No.
really study it, you can find out that, of course, that's completely understandable. I completely understand it. I have a master's degree in business and a bachelor's in psychology. To be honest with you, I don't. What people say, they say from their perspective. So it's, in other words, it's their opinion.
Yeah.
Opinions are like assholes.
Absolutely.
Everybody has one. So I
agree.
can tell you that I don't see anything wrong with what's going on.
Okay.
And I mean that quite seriously. I'm 64 years old.
And you come
Only
from an
5
educated
years-
background, and yeah.
And I'm 5 years younger than him, right? And
Husband, dad, which is kind of weird,
But, hey,
but they get along really well. And I do have, and I am also a conspiracy theorist. Not as severe as my dad.
If you grew up with him, you would have to be.
I didn't grow up with him at all.
Oh, okay.
It just maybe it's genetic.
It could be, and
I
that's the
didn't grow
same
up
thing
with
with my dad was a prepper, and I thought he was insane until after he died, and I got rid of all the stuff, and then it's what they call you download. You are awake, but then you find all the information, and it like you stay in a room for like days. That's what I did, and downloaded all the information. Like I couldn't stop researching everything, and so I'm like, he was right. There's
Yeah.
reasons to prep. I mean, I honestly think for this area, people don't realize what resources we have here, and I think if there was a military strike, this would be one of the most. This would be the area that they would hit is the Gulf Coast.
It would make sense.
It would make
Not
sense.
this Gulf Coast.
Why?
Third largest port.
I think
All of
the
our
ones-
United States oil reserves are right here.
So,
The whole.
so keep in mind
You're right about that.
any attack on this country is not about destroying our oil reserves as a first strike. Their desire is to hit populated areas, which would be probably the West Coast. Hey, to have a nuclear missile fire at this country, there's a lot of things that'll happen before it hits, including it being shot.
There's different kinds of wars, though.
Oh, I
But-
think they would
but-
have an EMP before they have a nuclear weapon at this point.
Think about the
Yeah.
Technology.
We're already in the entire.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking that would happen before a nuclear war. I think it's people are going to lose their shit when they don't have their technology.
You know what?
Right.
You know what?
That's they're going to go
Missiles
sane.
Are phallic symbols.
That's very
of
true.
Leaders of the world.
Absolutely.
That's
They
what
like to have
are.
the control that they could just push a button.
We
Think about
were
that.
the only country ever to actually use an atomic bomb. Twice.
Yeah, I know.
And so nobody else ever used it, but we used it, right? And
Yeah.
it was a decision at times, and it wasn't a great decision, and so it did so much damage. It was so horrible that we don't want other.
No,
But I got to tell you,
So he was going to show us the warehouse down here, but he left because you went off on a tangent.
because I said things that he doesn't agree with, he doesn't want to listen.
All right. Well,
But now he's gone.
we'll go follow him.
But it's down here.
Huh?
It's down here somewhere.
All right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
See, I'll buy houses. I see. Perfect. I'm selling my house, so. Uh-huh.
Like, is it all fixed up, or is it need
And it needs a little bit of repair, but I didn't get flooded in Orange, so.
flooded, not flooded? Or...
I had 2 houses that didn't flood in Orange, and I work disaster work, so it's kind of weird in a way. Yeah, I actually even went to Florida for a little bit with Hurricane Michael. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Okay. Is that me? Oh, okay. Yeah, what if you take the right? Yeah.
Maybe that's what he was
I mean, I knew that we had the port here and the ship and everything, but I didn't think it was. I think it kind of was just like a, hey, it's for nostalgia. You know what I mean? Like they never moved the ship. Really.
One thing I really like about living here is I'm not very informed.
Yeah.
And those are warehouses. They store.
There's
don't
some
still.
helicopters back there.
Yeah.
Those are the Hueys, right?
Those are what we saw the last 2 days.
So they are flying different helicopters in.
Yeah, those look like they're going on the ship.
So yes. So that's a warehouse.
Can you pull over so she can get that?
I got it. Let me see if I can.
Did you tell those?
Aren't those Hueys? The double.
Yeah, the double.
yeah,
Those
they're
are-
Hueys.
They're basically tree towers.
Here's the thing. There's a report that I saw yesterday that we sold billions of dollars worth of helicopters to India.
And Saudi Arabia.
Yes. And so I'm wondering if this is what this is, because not a lot of information is out there, and we need the money. You know.
One thing that was, I know, okay,
We
that,
need the money.
Well, the government.
The government.
Well, that's true.
okay, so another thing that kind of threw me off,
You get that right?
Yeah, I
Government?
do. I do. Yes.
other than what I texted, I was curious about, other than like they're pulling out troops from the Middle East, everybody's coming home. So why are they? Why
Yeah.
are they? Why are they bringing?
Yeah, we're not videoing anything. We're just looking. For the last 2 days, the helicopters were flying over
Got
here.
a friend in town.
Right,
we're
we don't know
showing.
what's going on. So we have a friend in town. That's a right. And that's the ship, right? Yeah. Right. All right.
Thank you.
So we got a friend in town that's touring.
Yes.
So I told them.
So,
Okay, that's twice now we've been stopped by
I
cops.
forgot what I was trying to
Cameras
say.
here that will catch you filming.
Yeah.
I forgot what I
And
was
it
trying
does
to
say
say.
it's illegal to film inside.
Yeah. I got my camera where they can't.
Oh, I know. So I was also thinking, like, if they're pulling all those troops out of the Middle East in the war, why are they sending choppers out? Wouldn't they be
Because
coming
other
in?
countries are buying the choppers.
Yeah, but why India?
And why would they come back here? They would go straight out from those countries,
No, maybe they.
from coming back to the
It's
U.S.
a new order. And United Technologies got this great big order.
Okay.
And now they're flying the helicopters down here to get them shipped out. Because this is the #1 shipping point for military equipment.
Where are helicopters built?
Well, there's some in Connecticut, Sikorsky. Right?
Huh.
This is all made by United Technologies. And there's also a helicopter manufacturer in the Midwest.
Huh.
Bell helicopter, for example. But by far, and then there's of course Boeing and everybody else.
If they didn't want people to
Right.
videotape, they should freaking put up a
How can they control everybody not taking pictures?
They should black out the fence.
Yeah. I think that's kind of interesting.
So
Look, yeah, let's keep on going. Yeah, see, we're not everybody's thinking this is weird.
you think something weird's going on?
No, but I mean, we saw the helicopter come in and just, yes, sir, just ship them out to, Army Gate.
I have no idea. I've
We're
just
trying to
never
find
seen
out.
them. I'm trying. We've never seen them fly helicopters into here before. I can't tell you how many times I've seen the helicopters on. They come.
Here they come.
There's more coming in now.
Oh, look at the chemtrails. Ha ha. You see them?
Yeah, I see. Constantly.
So yeah.
Oh, I know. When you finally have a clear day, you know.
I believe in the chemtrails too.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. Look at those chemtrails.
Don't even talk to hubby about that.
How can you be married to?
I know, it's hard.
No.
I keep it to myself. Well, my dad.
You can't tell me that there's nothing.
We have a lot to
Very
talk
well.
about.
I know.
I'm
Very
even writing a
well.
novel based on some of the stuff.
Instead of shipping.
Oh,
Show
God,
you.
yes.
Or tell you
It's so
about.
nice to find awake people because we
Right? They take them.
Yeah.
They put them on.
Yeah, I can't
when I
talk
got to Michael was like nothing I've ever seen. That hurricane. We've been through hurricanes here. Michael was like it's 2 weeks after the
Right.
hurricane.
So-
The whole ground was
I'm
rumbling.
hearing
What-
that there's
This is
helicopters
gonna be a
coming
normal
from
thing
other
from now on.
places.
Oh, absolutely. So
Yeah. There's some beautiful helicopters.
Gunship
Yeah.
they had,
Yeah.
man,
Those are all Sikorsky helicopters, by the way. So,
Connecticut,
Yeah.
man.
so I bet you they fly them from Connecticut all the way here. And of course, it's only a deal for United Technologies. I mean,
Yeah.
there's taxes and tariffs that will be paid, but that's by the buyers of the helicopters.
But it's a beautiful day, just a beautiful day.
Sure
Isn't
is.
it beautiful?
we've had enough rain, I swear.
Isn't it beautiful?
So does this ship ever move? Cape Texas?
Yeah,
I've never seen it move. Okay.
If it was
Come
like
down here
this, all
often?
of
Actually seen
You
them, but
all
they
think-
do. Sometimes they're gone,
That
sometimes
is
they're
a
here.
boxer bulldog mix.
He's
That's
my
my-
service dog.
The service
He's a
dog.
very special dog.
Yeah. Well, he's a great.
He's really friendly. And we got another one back here who's an old guy.
He's an old geezer.
Yeah.
He's 13 years old this
14,
month.
14.
14 years old this month. Yeah.
Okay. Thank y'all very much.
Yeah, well,
you.
thank you.
Yeah,
It's
but-
nice to know that we're not the only ones looking around going, what the heck is going on? See ya.
I was born in Orange. My dad was a pipe fitter, so we traveled because there was no work in the 70s and 80s, of course. And so I grew up on the West Coast and then East Texas. But Orange has always been my second home because we had family here. And
We've always
then,
been in Texas, though.
off half my life and then half my life on the West Coast.
Oh,
That's got to be in California.
California, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington.
Oh,
Mhm.
I love Washington. I spent 2.5 years there.
Oh, I've been.
Seattle.
Okay, yeah. My boys were born in Portland, Oregon, and I lived in Oregon
My son
on and
lives
off for
there.
14 years.
My son lives
He lives there now.
Yeah.
there. He lives in Beaverton. But
Yes, I lived in Beaverton.
he,
Beaverton, Hillsboro, and Aloha is where I lived.
yeah,
Yep.
So he works at the
Nike plant.
Porsche of Beaverton.
Okay. Yep.
And
People don't realize that Nike's in Beaverton either.
oh yeah, Nike has some
The
gigantic
beautiful
frickin'
campus there.
campus there, yeah. We were
So-
there visiting him a couple of years ago, and it
We
was,
can go in here, right? We can all walk
Yeah.
around. I wonder what this is.
You want to go in? You've never been in here?
No,
Okay. Yeah, this is like the tourist part of it.
Yeah.
It's not. This is-
Go on in.
We can just pull through. It's a big propeller there. Port of Beaumont.
Yeah, it is. It's like a tourist part of it where you can go in here and go. It's like a center. You can walk in there, see that it's.
That's the administration building for the.
The Beaumont Historic Marker there. The train. I've never even seen it lift up. That one right there. That one. Is that a lift up one?
The sides like this.
Yeah.
Lower it down, and with it does, never goes like that.
That'd be cool to
Yeah,
see.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it goes up when the
Yeah, that's
ship's
perfectly
underneath.
You know, we could probably go in there and ask them some basic questions
It's
like that.
Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be open.
Right.
Look at that caboose. It's so funny.
Give me your seatbelt. Watch this miraculous fucking thing. Watch, okay?
Joey's fast sitting on it.
So are y'all from here? You grew up here?
No. We're from all over. I'm originally from Kansas.
Oh, there you go.
Hi, doing good. How are you?
We're just driving around.
Video and
No video.
Okay.
No,
We
we're
just
just
have a-
driving around.
We have a friend in town, and we're just kind of showing her the port, showing her around.
Okay, yeah.
We're-
Somebody talked about
we're
it.
normal. We're normal.
Well, it's fine right now.
Yeah.
We were actually wondering if I'm sure they're not open today, right?
No, they're not.
We were actually wondering, like, we had just some basic questions about how this works, like bridge and stuff with the big ships. But
Does that one still lift up all the way?
That one there actually moves. It's open.
oh, like a gate.
They all go out the other way.
Yeah, the other.
Oh,
way.
okay.
Are those two really huge ships over there, the Cape or whatever, do they still go?
We actually have three of them. We have Cape Texas, Trinity, and Taylor. And they all stay here.
They
They'll
never move.
go?
Well, in case of emergency someplace, then they'll go.
Oh, like
okay.
wartime, then they would be
Right.
called up into.
Like,
But they don't go
the
out and-
Carolinas had the hurricane there.
Yeah.
Two of them went.
Oh, really?
down there.
Why would they go there?
That's interesting.
To see if they needed any kind of help.
Help assistance, yeah.
Huh.
So
Like,
they're for
bring
like
supplies?
emergency.
Bring
Do they
supplies
take
and stuff?
supplies?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I never even.
Really sought out information. We always hear the horns.
We're
and
just-
I love that.
we're
See
just
how the
really-
helicopters go.
Yeah.
Well,
What's up with
that's
that?
what drew us out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like we've never heard that.
85 flying here.
85.
They'll be shipped out.
Okay.
Do you know where they're being shipped out to? Did they tell you that?
Probably they're probably having a big turnover.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
India and Saudi Arabia bought a whole shitload of them. So that's probably what this is.
Possibly.
I
Yeah.
just don't understand why they have to fly them in.
Yeah, they got a lot. Everybody's been asking.
Yeah.
What's all the helicopters?
Well, it makes people
Well,
nervous.
you know,
Of course, you
gets
can
conspiracy
understand.
theorists going crazy.
Yeah. When they fly in, they ship them out. If they ship them in, They fly them out.
Or they can put it
Have
on
you?
the train.
How long have you worked for the Port of Beaumont?
I've worked here 39 years as a policeman,
How many times have you seen this happen?
ma'am.
How many times have you seen the helicopters like this come in?
They come in every year, a
Really?
couple of times a year.
We've lived here 4 years and by the boat, by the port, we've never seen it.
Really?
Huh?
Except for
They
Harvey.
come in a couple of times a year.
Yeah.
You think this is the biggest operation, though?
Sometimes they ship them.
Do you think this is the biggest operation? Is that why we're seeing more of them?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Beaumont is actually the third largest
Port in the
for the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're big.
That's
I've
interesting.
worked for the port for just a couple of years. But I've worked at Beaumont PD and the Sheriff's Department, BISD, police.
Uh-huh.
This is my last deal.
We're done.
It's my 39th year. And I said, I'm going to probably stay here until I'm ready to retire.
That's
So
good.
good.
Right.
Good.
As
Yeah.
long as you're still 39.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
That's interesting.
I'm
But, yeah,
64.
there's a lot of, we get tanks in and.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
You see him.
We see them all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
But the amount of helicopters
Oh
flying,
yeah, there's a lot of
it,
stuff
it
go
was
out
like,
here.
it-
They'll come in
our
by
house was
rail.
thumping.
A lot of the stuff comes in, and you'd be surprised how much military comes in by rail.
Oh, we see it.
Without.
We
Okay.
see it because we live
Do
here.
you? Oh,
Right.
I bet y'all do. You don't live
We
there.
live like a block or two from it,
Yeah.
south.
Right. Just a few blocks from the plant.
Yeah, so it's. I
So-
love living near. That's the boat horns,
Right.
but there is a lot of mysterious stuff. You know.
There's a lot of ships.
What are those big giant booms that we hear? You think that's from the
That's from the mobile.
the plant?
Yeah.
Why did?
That's scary.
Yeah.
What is that from, though? Just pressure building up.
Sure, we hear it too.
Pressure. So you hear it? So does it rumble? Where?
Fire.
Last week.
Last night.
Oh, last night.
Over there. Yeah. At the refinery.
Right.
Oh wow! Anybody get hurt?
No.
Thank
Well,
God.
They actually said something about there was
It
no.
sounded- It sounded like fireworks.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Huh.
could see the fire.
Wow.
They could hear
Do you think they downplay that? Be honest with us.
They don't tell them.
They don't tell us what's going on. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I thought too. Oh, it was just a fire.
I have a niece that's a supervisor over there at Mobile, so I get all my info from her.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Y'all swap
Not gonna be
stories,
in the
huh?
papers
Oh yeah,
and-
we swap.
Swap stories. I wish there'd be a fly on that wall. You know.
Yeah. We had a friend that worked at the plant in where Port Arthur.
Gross.
Groves, the plant in Groves, that got shut down during the Harvey.
Oh,
So it was always interesting to hear stories.
Yeah.
Scary. It's kind of scary living close to the plant
I don't
when like major
Right.
catastrophe comes through, like Harvey.
Or one of the plants blows up.
Now,
that,
do you,
would that would be for certain death for all of this area.
I have a silly question. We were talking about this, and I did some research. Did you know that the biggest U.S. oil reserves is here?
Oh yeah.
Really? And then do you think that's one of the reasons why we have the biggest military presence? That's why what? We don't have the cheapest gas? We do.
You don't?
At 171 a gallon, it's not
Yeah,
the cheapest.
I mean it's cheap.
Yeah.
There's other places that
They're cheaper?
are
Huh.
cheaper than us.
Wow.
Oregon's not one of them.
Yeah, no one I know.
No one on the
lives
West
in a
Coast.
place
Yeah.
That comes in.
Texas, there's not oil refinery there, and their gas is cheaper. I just thinking.
Yeah, there was one place in Brenham. We went to Brenham.
Cheaper gas than us.
Yeah.
It should be the cheapest
Right here.
Because we have the
Right
most. We
It
have the
just comes
most.
from right there.
Golden Triangle. It should be the cheapest gas.
Uh-huh.
It's not.
Yeah, people don't realize what all we have here. Like, it's
Are
a.
you from where?
I'm from Orange.
Orange?
I just come in to visit with them because we're talking about this stuff, and I haven't been to Beaumont in a while because you just don't get out of your town sometimes. So
Even we haven't like toured Beaumont as much as we'd like to. Like we recently just found out some things that are nearby that we want to go see, some museums and stuff
Right.
that we just found out about.
Not the major ones, not the art
Yeah, we're
museum.
good. It's a
Yeah.
nice day to go out.
Oh, it's
That's what we're doing.
Gorgeous.
Got to
Why
get
do
out
they
when we
keep
can.
These days from us.
Huh?
I said, why do they keep these days all blocked up and just throw them at us every once in a while?
Oh, well,
And we all stand there going, oh my God, why can't it be like this all the time? And then you get flood warnings.
Of course, it took us half the day to realize how gorgeous it was outside.
Yeah, we don't like the weather here. Give it 5 minutes.
No, it always does. Hold my
I
beer.
came here from Florida. It's the same thing there. Well, it's the
Yeah, it's kind of a busy day, I would
Everybody's
assume.
really curious about the helicopters.
All right.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
They should
you.
put some- You know, they should put something on the news about it
Yeah, they should.
to
Just
really
so-
calm people down.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because the government shut down. Well, when he,
Oh, look, all the helicopters.
well,
And
yeah,
the government shut down.
the government shut down. And when
So
people
what the
think
heck's
about
going
that,
on?
Hey, look, government shuts down, but the...
no, I know the military doesn't. No, I know,
Can't
but
get a day off.
but people think things like, oh, what's going on? That's all. You know,
They invent the shit.
they invent the stuff in their heads. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And here, you too.
You too.
Thank you. I feel bad about lying, but
It's all right.
Don't worry about it.
you know, again, three cops have stopped us.
Yeah. So he
Is that
doesn't.
four? Is that four?
Three.
That's
Three.
Three?
The woman, the guy on the road, and then him at the port. So he was very nice. I know you couldn't see Rob because I had to hold my camera down because of somebody. We're not supposed to be filming actually.
You were recording?
Yo, yeah. I had just held my phone down, so I just get the audio. You know.
You got some information there.
Yeah. He was once or twice a year. Do y'all believe that? That helicopters come in here like that?
No, it has not happened.
That's
We've been here for 4 years.
that's
and that has not
sensationalizing it
happened.
right there for him. You know, just to make himself.
It's not.
They moved to North Carolinas for the hurricane. I've never heard of a ship carrier moving for a hurricane. I have to look that one up.
No, they did.
No,
They
that-
Did they really?
Well, they just take, buy people and food,
Food,
and,
okay.
and stuff like that, because big ships can carry.
Oh,
more.
absolutely.
Right.
But
Okay, let
you
me
would think that's
clarify
looking pretty.
something. We do have a lot of helicopters that come through. You know,
Yeah.
but not like this.
Flying.
Not 3 days and like hundreds of helicopters.
No, he says 85
He said,
helicopters.
but I'm telling you,
Well, he works for the Port
what
Authority.
he said, what we have witnessed for 4 years. We have not witnessed this.
Not that we can remember.
We remember. This literally over the last few days has had me like on edge.
Yeah.
My gut is like in knots. Like what? Like something. It's unsettling, is what I mean. And maybe
Yeah.
there isn't anything to it. Maybe it's nothing. But I still have a weird gut feeling about it.
It's nothing.
It's
It's Nibiru.
well, what it is curious. But I'm sure if you dig into it, we can find it out because it's business. It's me.
Good stuff.
They announced
It
their
is.
sales.
They just told us that we can't be video safety.
That's the
That's
port.
top secret.
That's the port.
It's government.
That's ExxonMobil saying you're not allowed. Let's get our facts straight.
This is also government.
Not
The
government.
number one government.
No.
No, number one military shipping
Port.
And he also said
Your
it was
fact.
number 3.
Yes,
Number 3 port, just in general, I
in
think.
general.
The number 1 port for military.
Right.
That's a fact that lives here.
They moved
Jim did.
the most
Yes.
amount of military equipment to this port than any other port in the United States.
Yeah,
Which
they.
is why, if they were carrying down helicopters, flying them in, turning them down, and shipping them out because an order needs to be filled, I am not surprised. Because this would be the place they
I just don't
Yeah.
understand why the U.S. would provide or sell any kind of equipment
The U.S. doesn't.
to those
It
other
was the U.S.
countries.
government. It was the U.S. Department of Defense that sold them. Yes.
Yeah.
Why would we sell stuff to other countries
Because
like
two
that?
because the two countries have to agree that it's okay that they buy that stuff. but that's all the U.S. government has to do.
Let them make their
After,
own shit.
after
Oh, the arms dealerships is where they make the money. A lot of the money.
all the manufacturers of these helicopters are selling them. They take the cash, put it in their pocket, pay taxes, I mean, it's literally, it's that simple.
It's so cool. They're taking down like kind of interesting.
Why are you driving so slow?
I'm thinking.
Oh, I'm just thinking.